Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I just had a little something I was playing around with. This probably won't be a very long video, but I wanted to show you guys. This may not be news to some people. I have no idea. I was just playing with some of my stuff yesterday and thought this was kind of a cool effect. So anyway, what you will need is cheap graph paper, and I mean, like, I'm talking about Walmart graph paper. That's, I think it's 98 cents for a package of it. And I thought, oh great, I got graph paper, I can coffee stain it and whatever. And so I started playing around with doilies. So these are just regular white doilies. And then I'm using Tim Holtz, this one is the walnut stain distress ink. And I started playing around. I kind of wanted to see the doily design through, you know, on the, why can't I think, on the other side of this, to use this more like a stencil is what I was going for. But then once I played with it and did some other things, the doily actually became the main feature of this. But anyway, so what I did is I just inked all over the doily, and see when you pick it up you can start to see the doily, and that's what I thought I wanted on my graph paper. And so I just kept going all the way around. And I actually used two different Tim Holtz inks, but I didn't use them. I only used one per doily. Sorry if that was confusing. So on this one I'm just using the walnut. And it is tricky and it's hard to get in all these spots. It comes out cool if it works as far as using it as a stencil, but the effect I ended up getting when I was finished was even cooler. So anyway, for the purposes of the video, you understand, right? You're just going to ink the entire doily all the way around. And you do want some ink on the graph paper as well. It just kind of, it's just really a cool effect all the way around. So there's that. And then what I did, I put some coffee in this funny little dropper that I have, and I think you can get these. I had some essential oils in there that ran out, and so I'm just using the dropper. I put coffee in here, and it's just plain black coffee. And then, oh, I need one of my, these are my crazy paper towels that have been coffee stained lots of times, as you can tell. But it's great to keep them, and I put them out in the sun and they dry with the paper, so it's not really necessary to throw them away because they're nice and dry, and then you can just keep using them again. And then I'm just dripping all over that doily. And when I first did this, I had, you know, I did two doilies on here and I inked them all up and everything. And I was irritated because the green in the paper ran. So the graph paper ran, and I was upset because that's not what I had originally intended. So I kind of did that all over the paper. I inked all over, and I had two doilies, like I said, all inked up, and I dripped all over them too. And then you can see the green starts to run. So I was like, oh, well, that's what I get for buying cheap paper. See, if you look on this one, you can see how it all ran, which isn't great. It kind of turned out cool, but the squares kind of go away. So that part of this isn't that cool. But what is cool is after you take them and you put them out in the sun, this is the walnut stain. It almost gives like, and I hope the camera can pick it up. It almost turned the walnut stain like a dusty lavender color, and then you can see some of the green. So it almost gives it like an iridescent, but it's not shiny. So don't think of it as shiny iridescent. I think you might be able to kind of see it there. There's a little green. And the walnut almost looks like a purple color. I put it out in the sun to dry, and it just is I think it's a neat effect. I don't know, maybe maybe I'm the only one that thinks it's a neat effect, but it's just kind of something fun to do. You can already see this one's kind of starting to turn purple, and it must be something about the reaction with the green and then the coffee and the ink. And then I also tried it with Vintage Photo, Tim Holtz Vintage Photo Distress ink. And this one really came out cool because it kind of has that golden, I don't know if you can see, like a golden green, I don't know. This one didn't come out purple. It's more of a true kind of a tea stain or something. But it really has, you can see the green from the cheap graph paper. And so again, it kind of has an iridescent look. It's not shiny, but just an iridescent look. And the paper, I actually ended up, what did I do with it? Oh, I made an envelope out of a piece of the paper, and it kind of looks cool. It's not as cool as the doily. You can still see the graph, and you're probably not going to be able to see it in the video, but it is there. So, I mean, it's definitely usable, and I would definitely use it in my junk journal as pages even. I just need to do a better job next time, probably getting the stain everywhere, so that I just inked it up with the Distress ink. But the doilies, that's what I really liked, because I just think the effect on those is super cool. So I'm going to put this one out in the sun and see what comes up. I don't know which one I like more. And you might try playing with some of his other colors. Like, I don't know what some of the colored ones would do. Oops, I'm so sorry. Just knocked my whole camera. But like, you know, maybe, I don't know that the green would make a big difference, but there's like the lavenders and stuff. One of those might be kind of neat. I know that the green would make a big difference, but there's like the lavenders and stuff. One of those might be kind of neat if you tried inking that, like the